So now the helicopter comes. Let's see. I'm gonna show it to you. Somebody and it takes them about like I would say at least 10 minutes. There you can see. Okay, that's their little I don't know whatever Chinook helicopter, whatever that is. Okay, that's the military helicopter. Why it's coming right now? Because I was reading Thomas Horn's book, and you know all these things had stopped. So because I'm on this side, you see, because I'm on the back side of my house, so they come on the back side. Okay, they come on the back side. Okay, and if I'm on the front side and I'd already posted a video, then they will come on the front side. And why they came here? Because I was reading Thomas Horn's book, and he was saying how, I'll show you exactly what he was saying. So like I said, it takes them at least, I don't know, 10 minutes to come, and they know what's coming, right? Because it's all witchcraft, so they know what I do and what I read. They can see what I see. They can read my thoughts. So whatever I'm reading there, and so that's why they give me twitches at a particular time. You know, they've been doing it. So here he was just talking about how Joe Biden was talking about dark winter everywhere. And there was a smallpox, you know, the release of smallpox. And then he also talks about whatever, the SARS-CoV-2, and how, and these Russian people who was defected. He even talks about you know, anybody can make mistakes, and there could be release of smallpox. Then he goes to talk about cholera, typhoid, Hep A, Ebola virus, you know, all these infections in West African countries. But I think the helicopters might have started to come somewhere when I was reading somewhere around this lines here, when they started to talk about dark winter and the chicken pox and all that, right? The smallpox, sorry. So I don't know. So basically some biological warfare, okay? They are talking about biological, the germ warfare. Armies, germ warfare, test overpopulated areas. And so he talks about what is coming in after this dark winter, right? So he is talking about how we're gonna have pestilence and the wild beast. We're gonna have like another attack, the biological attack. That's what he was talking about. Where did he write that? Anyway, somewhere he wrote here that we got, oh, right here. Okay. So dark winter is a troubling hint at what may soon be coming to the real world, a severe and sudden biological attack of biblical proportions. And that is what even Almas Jacob said in his recent video, that in 2025, somebody has already published that in 2025, there will be another pandemic coming up, and it can have all kind of side effects. Like, for example, I mean, if the vaccines that we take will have all kind of side effects like headache or vertigo or some kind of heart attack or something else, you know, like all kind of side effects it can have. And yet people will choose to take those vaccines because they will be left with no other options, because otherwise they won't be able to travel, they won't be able to do job or do anything, right? They won't be allowed to enter restaurants. So basically the same controlling thing that they did for the COVID thing, they will probably do even at intense level, because it will be of biblical proportions. And then he goes to say how, and they were given authority over a fourth of the earth to kill with sword and with famine, with pestilence means death, and by wild beast of the earth. So anyway, so that's when, and I was just like going down reading this, and so that is when the helicopter came by. So, and all these helicopter activity had stopped ever since like my in-laws had moved with us. So they started doing all this helicopter activity, I think from 2017 onwards, till October 2021, and they stopped when my in-laws moved in. They did here and there to make dictation about, oh, I should cook this or I should cook that. And when they wanted to do that little fake death of a person, of a boy, on December 25th to show like Jesus Christ is dead. So that's when the helicopters, but those were not military helicopters. Those were like the local police helicopters. But so yeah, these military helicopters used to pass by my house at a particular time. Even like I'm watching something and they will at a particular dialogue. For example, even yesterday they came by at night time, right when I was watching that movie, The Wonder, where I had already, I got up from my sofa and I had gone to cook already. So I was not really able to concentrate, but I heard something called The Chosen, because I knew where the movie would go. The moment I saw the girl, chanting about Christ and blood, she's filled with blood of Jesus, I knew it was Illuminati movie, and I knew it was because she started taking number 33 number, and it's Illuminati people, and Illuminati people are not going to show some Jesus Christ being a nice person or something. They have to show something darker side or something bad about the entire thing. And then of course they show, oh, you're the chosen one, and there's always killing and sacrifice and some kind of suffering always they show with associated with that. So but anyways, in this movie they didn't show like she was chosen for like their Lucifer or something. Here they showed like, oh, she was chosen for her brother or something, redemption of a brother, whatever, and all that BS. Or else they will be burned in hell. Now who's gonna burn in hell? These very people, Illuminati people who made this movie, who worship Satan and Lucifer. Anyways, so they're gonna burn in hell, right? So they do all this reverse mind programming and all that. So that keeps going on. Anyway, so that was the military people the criminals who just got exposed. And of course the CIA guy who continuously says about the synchronizations, like how they synchronize everything, and it looks so surreal to any people, like it's so improbable, all these words that he uses. So he's even exposing himself. So CIA guy, the Robert Duncan, the criminal, and of course this military people, and of course the FBI, Gerald Salisbury, all these people are criminals and they're exposing themselves.